For my second film critique, I watched A Life on Our Planet, David Attenborough's Life on Our Planet, and it's by John Lumley. A little bit of the prior knowledge I have, honestly, very little. David Attenborough is known to travel the world and explore many different places across the world. And honestly, I've never been outside of the country. So going into this documentary, I knew very little about the outside world outside of the United States. With that being said, I was super excited to learn about what's going on in the outside world because it's very hard to get there right now with COVID going on and everything around that nature. And lastly, I know he is a very big environmentalist, and I do understand that the world is being destroyed, but after watching the film, I had no idea at what level it was being destroyed at. So the purpose of this movie, first, share Attenborough's life experiences. He's traveled the world since the 1940s, 1950s, and he is super passionate about what he does, and it was clear in the film that he loves what he does and wants to share it with as many people as possible. He also wanted to provide an explanation for the downfall of Earth and what's going to happen to us in the next couple hundred years if we don't do something about it. I loved the the slides that popped up where it said the population, the amount of carbon on Earth, and how much wildlife was left on Earth. And before 1980, 1990, it was moving down, don't get me wrong, but it was at a much lower rate. And then once we hit the 80s and 90s where technology started to be introduced, it started going downhill at an exponential rate, and it's just going to keep going that way if we don't do something about it. And lastly, at the end, he wanted to give hope. I mean, there is so much that we can do to save the Earth, and he knows that, and he wants to share that with everybody, and rightfully so. The impact it had on me, it gave me motivation to do something. Just like in my previous film critique about Mission Blue and the oceans, it gave me motivation to want to make a change. And I don't know what that change may be right now, but if I can share with as many people as possible what that I want to help, then there's got to be somebody out there who is willing to give me something to do to help. Also, it made me want to explore the world. I mean, seeing all of those cool videos and pictures that he got to experience, it was really cool, honestly, and made me want to do it. Lastly, he taught me about how beautiful the world is and how beautiful it used to be and what's going to happen if we don't make a change. The world is a beautiful place, and we should be so grateful that we have the world at our hands and at our fingertips. So I thought that was a really cool part. In conclusion, the world is not someplace that we should be throwing around like a toy. It is someplace that we should be treating with respect, because who knows? We might not have it for much longer, and other animals and other organisms aren't in the wrong for what we're doing, so they should have no point in dying for it. What will happen? In the next couple hundred years, there's going to be a mass extinction, like Attenborough said, if we don't make a change. What will I do? I plan on sharing it with as much people as possible, getting on a better diet, eating a lot more greens, because it was proven in this and in conversation in class that will help the world if we are able to settle down with farming chickens and farming cows and those kind of things. Thank you.